Cash out, 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 cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out, cash out, cash out, cash out.
Get out the way, that girl my babe. Rock on my hand, nah, this ain't the Wayne. This shit neon, yellow like peon. It on both sides.
Turns out I was sort of kind of right in the sense that like you wouldn't be able to hear me if my phone was plugged into the dash. That being said, here I am. I'll just do a voiceover to like explain while I'm talking on the video what I'm doing in the city and what I'm here for. So, I fear that this may take me a few times to record, but let's see if I can do it on the first go around. So basically today's video, if I haven't made that clear by the title, is about me making a DIY ring box for my fiance. I got and gave him a ring for Valentine's Day / his birthday. If you want to see that whole event, check out the video in the description. So I am out and about in this vlog just getting the different materials, which by the way, my fiance is a carpenter. I am not a carpenter, so I'm pretty much going off of the top of my head as far as like how to even do this. I'm just guesstimating. So I'm just gonna run to Home Depot, Michael's, and a couple other places, and then you'll see me like piecing together the actual product. Also, if you've made it this far to the video, definitely subscribe. I have so much other cool content coming out, and check out some of my other videos and enjoy the rest of the vlog. So before I go to Home Depot, which is literally like right across the street over there, might as well run the other errands while I'm out here. I'm gonna go to Walmart to get like toilet paper and to print out the pictures for our vision board. Yeah, very exciting. Actually, it was on my vision board just to find my person. Yeah, so things do happen. At the very least, you can understand the idea of like you are what you eat. It's like if you think that you're not anything and you're not going to be anything and you're not going to do anything, at the very least, in a very practical way, you won't aim for anything great. And in that same practical way, if you can at the very least aim for good things and for success and aim for the things that you want, and it is at least that more likely that you will achieve them. If you're shooting for a basket, there is a literal statistical scientific chance that you'll make it in there, even if you're not trying very hard. So might as well aim for the basket, right? I want to go to Home Depot, Walmart, somewhere for lunch, and Michael's. And that's exactly what I did. I ran to Home Depot, and then I found myself wandering around in Michael's. The plan is to get him to cut the wooden box without him knowing what he's kind of doing it for. On the inside, like I feel like I don't want to make it a super girly looking thing. Oh, you know what would be really good? If I had that like Greek / Roman, was that olive or I don't know. Hi, so first of all, my fiance is in the next room, so here's some ASMR. I totally forgot I was supposed to be vlogging myself making, or filming myself making this box, so I got him to finally cut the wood. That's part of it. It took him days to actually get around to cutting this wood for me. So, last night wasn't very exciting. It was literally just me getting Gorilla Glue, like the wood glue, because Gorilla Glue makes a bunch of different kinds of glue. Just finding the pieces and trying to see how I was going to match it up. Let me explain a little bit. I have these bags because I had to bring it from the living room out there in here. He's been playing Minecraft all night. Oh well. I needed to conceal it, so I had to put it in a bag so that it wasn't very assuming. And it's been sitting out there all night with him, and he didn't even notice. I started off by getting this from Home Depot. Now, all the men will be like, why the fuck would you get that? That I would say, because I'm interesting and I have ideas. What I was gonna do originally is like, look at that circle. It's perfect for a ring, right? Boom. Sort of like this, and it would hinge because I bought hinges. Like, how perfect would that be? This is a good idea still if you want to. This is actually like a bedpost thing. It's not meant for that, but it would have been cool idea. I'm telling you. Okay. And remember, I this is like the width of the wood. Okay, that makes sense. So last night I glued the pieces with Gorilla Glue. This is Gorilla Glue. I'll try to sand that out. I have sanding paper right there. Try to sand the corners some to clean it up. So this is the top part. I kind of like that it looks a little rough because it beats, like, I really beat this. The only thing I didn't do was cut the wood and find the wood. I would have. I just was trying to be responsible by not trying to use electric power tools or whatever by myself for the first time. Now, as you can see, I've done a bit of sanding. This is like what it looks like without any sanding. This is one piece. And this is the side with the sanding. It's not perfect, but it looks so much cleaner. It is snowing
Well, it snowed.
in Georgia, of all places. Okay, so I've done almost everything. I've got the satin in there. Only thing is I hot glued it just because like, they're two different materials. So only other glue I could think of using would be like wood glue or something that probably would stick to fabric. But this was already messy enough, the hot glue, so I didn't want to really get Gorilla Glue and stuff on my hands. It turned out really well on pretty much all the sides except this one. Like, if you look up close, here's one side, looks pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. And then we have this side where it looks fucking awful. So eventually I'm gonna try to see if I can get the sanding pads that I put somewhere. I've been cleaning up and stuff everywhere and it just, I don't know where I put it, but I found our keys. So that's good. I'm hoping maybe I can sand off some of this glue. Only other thing that there is to do is, it goes this way. The hinge, and I'll put my ring in there as an example. So here's my ring as an example, and then also want to see if there is some sort of a light that I can install in the inside of this part of the box. But yeah, the top just says, "I wish for you every day of my life." I know, like when I was showing it before, I think it's backwards because it being on the front facing camera, which is true. I did wish for my person. This is a girl who isn't a carpenter and did her best to make something, messing with materials, most materials that I have not used for the first time. Like, I've never glued anything with wood glue before, which this shit is really sturdy, by the way. just having an idea. I've not made something quite like this before. Like, we didn't have wood class in school, so I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go and hoping that it turns out well. And I think I'm doing an okay job. I used stain for the first time. It looks rustic. I think you might like it. And like, I've never used a wood burning tool before. This is where I am so far, and I will have a day where I like actually present to him the ring and the box. He still, to my knowledge, is unaware that I'm doing this. He still thinks I'm making earrings. I'm very happy with it so far, but I think it looks beautiful. I love the blue satin. Very happy with that.